don't trust men, like, at all. Like, my trust in men is like at zero. I don't trust guys as friends. I don't trust guys in a romantic sense because of what I've been through. I have literally been verbally, mentally, emotionally, and sexually abused by almost every single guy that I have came across. Why am I said I wasn't gonna cry in this video. Hey everyone, it's Bree. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video. So this video is going to be a little bit personal. Not too personal. I'm not going to be crying in this one. But this video is going to be about my love life or lack thereof. So, now that I am in college, and I'm sure a lot of other women my age can relate to this. As soon as you get in your 20s, it's like everybody in the world starts to pressure you into getting into a relationship or, finding the one. And I just kind of wanted to make a video kind of just explaining where I'm at with all that, because I'm just tired of explaining myself to people. Not that I even have to, but people ask, like, I'll like be real with them. But I decided, like, why not just make a video kind of just talking about all that. So yeah, let's see, how long have I been single? I've been single for, so I've been single for 9 years. Yes, I've been single for 9 years. I'm 21, so do the math on that. My last relationship honestly didn't even count, because again, if you do the math, like, I was in middle school or my last actual relationship. So yeah, that doesn't even count. So I've actually never really been in a real relationship. And when I first got to George Mason, I was definitely more open to dating than I am now, because again, I'm going to a new school that's far away. I'm meeting new people, and so I was a little bit more open to meeting people. But then at the same time, I was kind of still hung up on this one particular person, and so I wasn't really I was just kind of looking to meet new people. I wasn't necessarily looking for anything serious. But I also wasn't okay. So here's the thing with me, right? So when I date, I only date people on a serious level. I don't casually date. I don't date around. I don't go on dates just to go on dates. I know people who go on dates because they're hungry. I know people who go on dates because they're bored. I don't do that. I very much so date with intention. If I am talking to you on that level and we're hanging out on that level, then that means that I actually see a future with you. I don't waste my time with people unless I actually see a future with them. And I don't judge other people who don't do that, because again, a lot of people my age, they date just to have fun, just to meet new people. They go on blind dates. I would never do a blind date. Because for me, I just like to get to know people first. I don't like to rush into anything. And for me, I've seen, I just, based off of what I've seen, I just feel like the best relationships start out as friendships. So I try to get to know the person on a friendship level first before I even think about, going any further than that. But a lot of times too, I'll meet guys who they want to skip the friendship part and just go into dating, and it's I don't even know you. I don't even know your last name. And so but again, I don't judge anybody who doesn't do things my way at all. But I feel like people judge me. I feel like whenever I talk about how I date or how I view dating, people like to tell me that I'm wrong and that I'll never find someone that way. And You know, so that's why too I wanted to make this video, because I feel like I've gotten judged a lot for not only the fact that I've been single for so long, but even just the way that I view dating, how I go about dating. You know, like I know that I'm not ugly. Okay, but I do feel like too, like I don't typically fit today's like beauty standards. And so just off of observation, and yeah, based off of observation, most men don't find me attractive. Like they just don't. And so I don't have a lot of guys approaching me. I don't have a lot of guys talking to me in the first place. And again, if they, you know, are, there's usually no attraction there. And so, you know, again, it's, and I really appreciate my girlfriends who make me feel like, I am like the cutest thing walking. You know, a lot of my friends will, you know, make me feel good about myself in that way. But I'm still pretty realistic when it comes to how I'm viewed. And again, like that's not the, I'm not saying that maybe because like other people think that I look a certain way, that's like how I look. But just again, just based off of observation, like I just don't get approached like that. Like guys usually aren't attracted to me. I know that when I was in high school and middle school, guys weren't attracted to me like that, and if they were, it was like seen as embarrassing. And yeah, so you know, that's like another factor too that I've had to deal with, is that just, you know, most guys aren't attracted to me. And most guys that I would say 98% of guys that I find attractive never find me attractive back. And so, you know, again, like I'm not gonna date somebody that I don't find attractive. And I've been in that place where, you know, that like desperate place where I've tried to give guys a chance that I didn't even find attractive. And so, you know, like that's one thing. A lot of people, I feel like, are desperate. They're desperate for a relationship. They're desperate for some type of companionship. And so they oftentimes find themselves settling or just not taking it seriously. And so for me, when I tell people that I have been single for a really long time, and then I express like, you know, like one day, like I would like to, you know, actually experience what a real relationship is like, I feel like people think because I haven't been with someone in such a long time that I should be more than willing to just date anybody that comes my way. And that's just not where I'm at. Yes, I would love to be in a serious committed relationship with someone that, you know, that I like and that I have feelings for, and vice versa. Because I actually have been in relationships with guys that I didn't like that, but I wanted to give them a chance, and they still ended up doing me wrong. But yeah, like I just want like that like experience. And a lot of times when I tell people that, they're just like, oh, why don't you just do it? Like I'm sure there's someone out there. And it's like, yeah, but if I'm not interested in them, then I'm not, like, again, I'm not desperate in that way where I'm just gonna just take anything. That's another thing too. And I've had guys even say this to me: I know I'm the only guy that's approaching you, so you should give me the time of day. And it's like, no, like I'm not obligated to give anybody the time of day that I'm not genuinely interested in. And I don't think that people realize that, because again, like as soon as I even start to say like, yeah, sure, out of like the handful of guys that have ever approached me, I don't have any interest in any of them, then people automatically go to, oh, so you're being picky. And it's like, I'm really not. I can promise y'all, the stuff that I look for is not picky at all. Like a lot of other girls, like a lot of other women, they want, you know, a certain body type, a certain you know, like whatever. And for me, like when it comes to like the physical, I'm very open. Like I don't care about race. I don't care about facial hair. Like I actually prefer if the person doesn't have facial hair. I don't even care about height, cause like I'm 5 foot, and to like, and again, like, this is very unpopular opinion, but I don't want to be reaching for my significant other. Like, I actually don't care about that. Like, as long as you're not shorter than 5 foot, then I don't care. Like, you could be 5 feet, I don't care. Like there's a lot of stuff that I don't care about, but to me, like, the connection is what's important. And I'm sorry, like, and I'm probably about to offend a lot of dudes right now, but every single guy in the past, like, ever every single guy that has ever approached me in terms of trying to date me or whatever, I haven't been interested in them because of, not because of anything, but it's sometimes, okay, there's no attraction there. Like, I'm gonna just put it that way. I've never had a guy approach me that I was attracted to, ever. And I'm not exaggerating. I have never had a guy, well, okay, there was one guy at Mason that he never said that he liked me, but it was it was obvious. And you know, I was attracted to him back physically, but the personality just wasn't meshing. And there were other things too, because again, like, when I date, I think longevity. And if there's certain things that you do already that I know aren't going to work for me in the long term, that I'm just not going to get into a relationship and waste my time if I know that those certain things aren't going to work. Like, for me, like, I don't want someone that smokes. Like, I smokes weed, cigarettes, whatever. I don't want to be with someone that smokes. And so if smoking is part of your daily lifestyle, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not going to pursue anything with you because I know that that's not going to work. And I would never want to make someone change themselves completely or change their entire lifestyle for me, because I'm sure that there's someone else out there who doesn't mind that. Also too, I kind of want to elaborate on the whole attraction thing, right? Because again, like, it's not physical. It's literally that like, the whole attraction thing is not just, it's not really physical at all. If I'm not attracted to somebody, it's mostly based on their personality and, like, the energy. And again, this may come across as, you know, whatever, but almost every single guy that has approached me on some, you know, like, I like you, or I'm attracted to you, or I want to go on a date with you, these guys literally have no personality. Literally, like, the one thing that will get me over anything physical, anything personality wise, is someone who was funny. Someone who has a good sense of humor, and someone who can make me laugh. Someone that can make me laugh, like, you got me, okay? I'm able to look past all your features if you can make me laugh. And I kid you not, most of these dudes can't make me laugh. They dry. This one dude, I'm not gonna get too much into detail, but this one guy who expressed that he had feelings for me, again, I was not attracted to him at all, but I was kind of entertaining the idea in my head of, you know, giving him a chance. And so I actually took the time to spend time with him. Like, I actually hung out with him a couple of times, and every single time we hung out by ourselves, this dude couldn't look me in the eye. Mind you, he already knew we already knew each other. We were already friends. Couldn't look me in the eye, couldn't get himself to carry on a conversation, start a conversation. He literally was just dead silent. And the conversations were boring and dry and stale. And it's like, if it's already starting off this way, what in the world do you think I'm about to get into a whole relationship with you? Like, no. And so, you know, that's really what I mean when I say that, like, these guys that are approaching me, I have zero interest in. Because it's like, if I don't even think I'm gonna have fun on a date with you, then I'm not going on the date. Like, period. And so it's like little stuff like that that I take into consideration whenever I'm like, no, like I'm not interested. It's not me being picky. It's not me being like, you know, like I just, it's and again, like it's like guys get so defensive if you reject them. And a lot of guys also can't take rejection. And that's another thing too. It's like if a girl says, hey, I'm not interested, take that for what it is. Like, yeah, I get the whole women like to be chased or whatever, but I feel like most women make it very clear, even if they don't blatantly say it, that they are not interested. And you should not be still continuing to blow up their phone or stalk them or follow them. Literally, there's this one guy who I would dare say he was a stalker. Like, he found me on Snapchat and he was being really weird. And again, I tried to give him a chance. I thought he was cute, so I was like, okay, like I'll talk to him or whatever. And he just was being mad weird. And so I had like stopped responding or whatever. And he would like blow my phone up. If I went like 10 minutes without texting back, he'd be like, hello, are you there? Are you there? Like just blowing my phone up. I'm like, bro, like you're being mad weird. Like stop. So I ended up blocking him on Snapchat, right? I think I made a new Snapchat. He found me on there, blocked him there. Then the boy found me on Instagram, DM'd me on Instagram, blocked him on Instagram. Then he found me on Twitter and to block him on Twitter. And mind you, this is like months of like all of this happening. And so, yeah, I say all that to say, like, there's too many people. There's too many fish in the sea for y'all to be so hung up on a girl that doesn't want to be with you. Like, no is no. And that's another thing too that I want to get into. So for me, right, like, yes, like I would love to have like a relationship, a real relationship, and to know what that feels like. But I'm also very apprehensive about it because of my past with men. And I haven't really gone too deep into this yet. And I may make another video about it. I'm not sure yet, but I have like, I don't trust men like at all. Like my trust in men is like at 0. And honestly, like the only guys that I trust right now are my brothers, my Sigma brothers that I crossed with that George Mason. Those are the only ones that I trust. But every other guy, because I'm not even talking about just on a romantic level, even on a friendship level. Those are the only guys that I talk to on a friendship. They're my only guy friends. Those are the only guys that I trust, like just in general, period, across the board. I don't trust guys as friends. I don't trust guys in a romantic sense because of what I've been through. I have literally been verbally, mentally, emotionally, and sexually abused by almost every single guy that I have came across. Why am I said I wasn't gonna cry in this video. And so it's not about me being picky or me being whatever. I have like genuine reasons for why I decide, I don't want to pursue dating in the same way as other people. Like I'm just very like, like I just the trust just isn't there. And that is something that I'm working on. I know that that's something that I have to get past. So that is something that I'm working on. But just understand, like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be a bitch. Like, if I tell you no, it's for a reason. I'm not capping. Like, it's reasons. And so, like, until I find that person that I can trust, like, I will just remain single. And as much as I hate being single sometimes, I'd rather be single than desperate or to end up in another situation that isn't beneficial for me. Because again, I just can't trust guys. Like, I literally have so many stories that I could probably make on this channel about just even guys that I either knew really well, that I was close to, or even guys that I didn't know. I mean, literally, like, just a quick story. One time, if you go to George Mason, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's this store on campus called One Stop. We can get, it's like a little convenience store, and it's by Blue Ridge, Northern Neck, Dominion, like that area. It's in like Commonwealth, that area. And I used to go in there like all the time, because that's like the neighborhood that I had been living in since freshman year. And so I remember one time I went in there to go get something to drink, I think, and there was a guy in there with his girlfriend, and I couldn't tell if they were in line or not because they weren't close enough to the cash register. I thought they were still like in the aisle. And so I proceeded to get in front of the girlfriend. Again, I didn't know that she was in line. And this guy, literally, he's like 6 foot. Like, I don't know if he was on the basketball team or not, but he looked like he could have been on the basketball team. And this guy is literally towering over me, sizing me up. Like, you know, like, are you serious? Like, you know, why, you know, would you do that? He's talking to his girlfriend, like, you want me to do something about this? All because I accidentally cut them in line. Little 5 foot me, and this dude is getting all riled up, you know, and it's just like, you know, five foot me, you know, just minding my business, and he's over here sizing me up, and it's like, bro, like, really? And it's just, and I have so many stories like that of guys just being mad, aggressive, and abusive with me. And so please understand that, again, as much as I don't want to be single, I don't mind it if it means that I don't have to deal with guys just mistreating me and disrespecting me, because that's literally all I've ever experienced. And that's also why too I don't have guy friends, because whenever I would try to have guy friends, it was always an ulterior motive. They never just wanted to be my friend. And so, you know, yeah, I just kind of wanted to come on camera and just kind of like talk about that, because I feel like a lot of people just don't really understand why I am the way I am when it comes to dating and talking to guys. And that's why it's just, I take dating way more seriously than most people my age. And I have past trauma that I am still having to deal with. And so off rip, my trust is at like here because of what I've been through. And so, yeah, I mean, that's about it. I'm glad I was able to hold it together. But yeah, but let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below, if you guys can relate, or if you guys have any thoughts, respectful thoughts. Give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.